is Will I Am, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today this is a video that I wanted to do for quite some time, but I never really had the motivation to really do it. I'm going to be doing a Star Wars ranking, well, the Skywalker Saga ranking from the worst to the best, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, a few things out of the way before we start. Obviously, this is based off of my opinion, might not be the same as yours, so leave in the comments below what your ranking of the Skywalker Saga is. And yeah, if you haven't seen any of the movies, there's going to be spoilers. I mean, why would you come to a ranking video if you don't want spoilers, you know? So yeah, so let's get right into it. Coming in at number 9, and in my opinion, the worst Star Wars movie is Attack of the Clones. A lot of people might put The Last Jedi or The Phantom Menace on here, but for me, Attack of the Clones is really the worst because the love story between Anakin and Padme isn't really that believable in my opinion, and it takes up so much screen time. It's just stupid, you know? I kind of don't buy it. The dialogue is stupid. Even then, there's little to no chemistry, not just for Anakin and Padme, but also for any characters. Even Anakin and Obi-Wan in Episode 2 wasn't really that good. And everything. Boring things take up so much runtime, and it's so stupid. And if you listen to my podcast episode with Cameron, Cameron said that the duel between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Dooku was actually pretty amazing. But in my opinion, it's kind of boring and one of the least not controversial, one of the least consequential duels of all time. But the good thing is the arena scene with Mace Windu and all these Jedi and everything. But that's pretty much it. You know, Attack of the Clones isn't even that good of a movie. Yeah, I like the prequels, but for this movie, if I rewatch the Star Wars movies, I do my very best to avoid Attack of the Clones with every bone in my body. And I bet a lot of people can agree with me on that. Yeah, the beginning and middle were boring too, with the chase scene with the bounty hunter and everything. It was just stupid. I did like how we got to see Anakin show a bit of dark side tendencies by slaughtering the Tusken Raiders, but aside from that, what else is good about the movie? The arena scene? Yeah, okay, but other than that, nothing. Alright, coming in at number 8 is The Last Jedi. Now, if you watched my review back in 2018 with Hemo Clone Trooper, you know I said the movie was okay, and I got a bit of controversy for it. And granted, when I did that movie review, I only saw that movie once, and that was when it was opening night at the theater. So 3 years later, it's a terrible movie, 100%. I cannot stress this enough. Rose is a terrible character, and I don't know why she was in the movie. You take her out, and there's really nothing that would change. The character of Luke Skywalker is absolutely terrible. Like, the reason that Kylo Ren turned to the dark side was that Luke was trying to kill him. Trying to kill his own nephew? Are you kidding me? Luke would never do that, and a lot of people know that, so it's stupid. Snoke was wasted. Snoke was built up immensely in The Force Awakens and got frig all in this movie. Of course, the Leia space scene when she's sucked up in space and should be dead, but then goes like, we didn't need that. A lot of political issues, like animal issues and kid slavery and all that, and war is bad and all that. Even feminism in this movie. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but we didn't need that in a Star Wars movie. We really didn't. Yeah, and Snoke's death was absolutely freaking terrible. The good thing are the visuals. Visually, this is the best Star Wars movie hands down, but that's what they want from these new movies is, hey, here's some good visuals, And then you're like, okay, but it's not a good plot, not good characters. Why do we need to see this movie? There's no reason to. And as we would see from the next movie, Rise of Skywalker, everything was changed because people didn't like The Last Jedi, rightfully so. Oh, and speaking of, number 7 is The Rise of Skywalker. Again, when I first saw this movie, I loved it. Same with The Last Jedi. But you take 1 second to think about it, you're like, well, this movie's stupid. Okay, Palpatine returning with no explanation is absolutely stupid. Granted, Palpatine is probably one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars, but we didn't need him to come back. He died in the Death Star. You could try to do an explanation with dark science, cloning, secrets only the Sith knew, but why? We didn't need this shit. It's stupid. Okay. Force healing is absolutely stupid because Anakin turned into the dark side to save Padme. Kind of obsolete, don't you think? And all that shit. Oh, and also Anakin Skywalker ruined in this movie because that means Palpatine coming back. The whole prophecy of him becoming the chosen one, dead. It's over. It's done. And I don't get this movie really. Trying to change everything about The Last Jedi. It was dumb. Let's see. Rose barely in the movie. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber repaired. Oh, Snoke is wasted. Oh, he's a puppet by Palpatine. Your parents are no one? Yes, they are no one, but your grandfather is Emperor. Goddamn, Palpatine. Kylo's mask repaired. There's a lot that they changed. Luke Skywalker's terrible character changed. Luke trying to die on the island, admitted mistake. There's a lot. It's like J.J. Abrams saw the criticisms of The Last Jedi and was like, okay, well, let's change everything so people like this movie. Kylo Ren randomly becoming a good guy. Yeah, his redemption arc was just all of a sudden, and when I saw it in the theaters, I'm like, wait, he's a good guy now? That's random. That's stupid. Leia's death, which is literally just her calling out to the Force, calling out for Ben, and then just drops dead. Like, really? So I guess the Force kills people. Rey Skywalker. A lot of people are gonna be like, whoa, Rey Skywalker. That was stupid. And the kiss at the end between Rey and Kylo seemed forced just for the Rey and Kylo fanfiction fans. It's just stupid, okay? Rise of Skywalker is number 7 because the good action and good visuals. And Ian McDiarmid as Palpatine returning, he shined. He tried to make that character work, but it still didn't work. So yeah, that's why it's ranked number 7. Number 6 is The Force Awakens. So the sequels are like side by side. Number 8, number 7, number 6. The Force Awakens, where did the First Order come from? Considering how the Empire was destroyed and it was controlled by the New Republic for 30 years, where did they get all these people from? Where did the First Order come from? Another thing, why did Luke have a map if at The Last Jedi he said he was just there to die? Because the whole purpose of him having a map was if the galaxy ever needed Luke Skywalker again, they could find him. But yet he wanted to die, and he told Rey to go away. What's the point then? Why did you want to make a map? It was pretty much A New Hope. You know, farm boy turns into a farm person. Turns into a Jedi. Gets found by an old wise person. Travels on the Millennium Falcon. Old person dies from a corrupted character. blah, 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 blah. It was pretty much A New Hope. How was Luke a myth? Yeah, it says Rey's... no, sorry. I'm stumbling words. Finn said, yeah, BB-8 has a map that could lead to Luke Skywalker. And Rey's like, Luke Skywalker? I thought he was a myth. How is Luke a myth? After 30 years, he's a myth? Luke is like Jesus in this universe? Okay. If people know who the Emperor is, how is Luke Skywalker a myth? I don't think he was gone that long. The chemistry was good, I gotta say. The chemistry between Rey and Finn in the first one. I liked how there was build up toward it, but then Rian Johnson just shits all over it. Good action. I liked it. And Han Solo's death. Honestly, I liked how Han Solo's death kind of brought Kylo Ren closer to the dark side, and it was an emotional scene between Han Solo and Kylo Ren. I think Han Solo's death is way better than Luke's and Leia's 100%, because there was a reason for Han to die. It wasn't just like he died randomly. So yeah. Coming in at number 5 is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, I don't really have that much bad things to say about The Phantom Menace. I definitely think it's not as bad as everyone thought it was. Jar Jar Binks, while he doesn't annoy me that bad, is kind of there for no reason. Like I said in my podcast, I don't think Jar Jar is that annoying at all. Yeah. But Jar Jar Binks was still pretty annoying, but not that much. I thought the pod race scene was way too long and not needed. The Senate meetings were boring as hell. But it's not like Attack of the Clones. It's not like half of the movie is boring. There's still pretty good action with the lightsaber choreography, the droid battles and everything. I like the action of that. Duel of the Fates, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul. That fight, amazing, 100%. And there's good chemistry between Anakin and Padme, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, Anakin and his mother. There's a lot of things to like in this movie, but all the movies above this, I think it was pretty good. Coming in at number 4 is A New Hope. A lot of people are going to expect me to put this movie more above because it's the first movie of Star Wars. How can you put this only at number 4? Why isn't this at the top 3? This was the first movie. I know a lot of people like putting the first movies either at number 2 or number 1, but I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. But this is the least memorable movie of the OT. Okay, now it was pretty cheesy for its time, but in 1977, I guess I could kind of forgive that. But when you come to rewatch it, it's like, oh, that doesn't really look that good, especially compared to Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi as well. Yeah, the least memorable out of the OT. And in my opinion, the duel between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. It just seemed like two old men whacking sticks at each other. Didn't seem like a good lightsaber duel. And even then, take out the prequels, take out the sequels, and you just put it to the OT. It's the worst of the OT. So yeah, it's pretty bad. But the good thing is, of course, character chemistry. Of course, all of the crew of the Millennium Falcon are pretty cool as well. With Han, Luke, Leia, and Chewie. Their chemistry is great. They're great together. The Death Star scenes, like the rescue of Princess Leia, the destruction of Alderaan, and the trash compactor, and the trench run, those were pretty good scenes. And it's iconic. Even then, it's not that memorable, but it's still pretty iconic. It created this great universe. But even then, I still gotta rank it number 4, and I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. Coming in number 3 is Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi would have been number 2 if we didn't have that Jabba's Palace first half. Or first quarter, I think. I just think it's worth, like, its own movie, or it's worth, like, a short episode of, like, a mini-series or something. I don't know. It just seemed like it would be able to take up its own movie, and it was super long. But, you know, we had to have the save of Han Solo and everything. But as soon as the Sarlacc pit scene happened, I loved it. I loved it. And the Emperor, the first time we ever saw the Emperor, he shined in this movie. He was an absolute miracle to watch. And the duel between Luke and Vader, Vader's redemption seemed earned, especially after everything we knew in the prequels. A lot of people might hate Hayden Christensen's ghost as Anakin, but for me, I didn't really mind it. I didn't mind the ghost of Anakin in this movie. The twist of Luke and Leia being each other's, like, being brother and sister, though, after the Empire Strikes Back kiss, a lot of me, as well as other people, were like, are you kidding me? But, you know, it don't matter. It's still Star Wars. And the space battle was amazing. Yeah, that's why I put Return of the Jedi on my top 3. There's not really that much I could really say about the movie. The Jabba's Palace scene were boring. Yoda's death scene was a bit long. But hey, I still kind of like this scene. And I really do enjoy this movie. Even though some things are long and we are not really that needed, I can definitely rewatch this movie and still enjoy it. Coming in at number 2 is The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, a lot of people's number 1, but my number 2. I liked the Hoth scenes. The Battle of Hoth was amazing. I liked Luke being able to train for what he's doing. And freaking the duel between Luke and Vader. The twist. Luke, I am your father. No, not Luke, I am your father. Sorry, it's no, I am your father. I just thought I'd give that little disclaimer. What's there not to like in this movie? The only thing that I really didn't like is the Millennium Falcon chase, but I could forgive it. Oh, and that's another thing. The Han Solo carbonite scene, I loved it. Everything, pretty much everything in this movie I really like, aside from the Millennium Falcon chase scene. But yeah, Luke got to have some trials and tribulations and actually grow as a character. He didn't seem like this just boring dude that's just hanging around in the background. He went from a farm boy to a full-on Jedi Knight. Well, not in this movie, in the original trilogy, but you understand what I'm saying. He got to grow in this movie and had some training, and we got to meet Yoda, a very iconic character and very memorable character, especially now with the Baby Yoda shit. But yeah, Empire Strikes Back is number 2. And number 1, it's pretty obvious, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Holy shit, I can go on for hours about this movie. This is easily my favorite. I get entertained from start to finish. Anakin, when he is a Sith, is amazing. Palpatine is amazing. The lightsaber duels, awesome. Rescuing the Chancellor, great. Palpatine's reveal, meh, but I still liked it. The lightsaber duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin, easily my favorite lightsaber duel of the entire series. Getting to see Darth Vader in the suit once again was cool. There's a lot to love in this movie. And yeah, A lot of people are going to be like, oh, you only like Revenge of the Sith because of the prequel memes. Blah, blah, blah. No. This movie is awesome in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion. I love Revenge of the Sith. It's my favorite. And if people can't handle that, then whatever. Click off of my channel. Alright. So that was my ranking on the Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. Yeah. Weekly uploads. I mean, you gotta love it. New videos every Monday. Not Monday and Tuesday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So be sure to follow my Instagram at @theofficialWillYM in order to get updates on new videos and video schedules and everything. I also have a podcast called The Next Level Podcast. Be sure to follow that on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I have a Spotify artist page, so you could go and listen to my music. I have a lot of things coming up. I got a lot of things. Like fresh content every week. What's there not to like? I'm on the grind. This lockdown is inspiring me to make a lot of content. So, also be sure to leave video suggestions down in the comments below. Leave a like. Tell me your Star Wars rankings down in the comments as well while you are at it. And yeah, that's been it. This has been Will I Am, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.